go. And we say good morning to you. Welcome aboard. We're on show number 2195 today. You see, we're in the land of the Buffaloes at Milligan University. And so, yeah, a little glitch. We're in the land of glitches. We're not in the land of Oz, we're in the land of glitches. But we've been de-glitched thanks to Brandon. We're here going to be joined by our baseball coaches here in Milligan. We're going to be talking later on to Bill Robinson. Big win last night with the men's basketball team. Kylie Greer stops by. Big win for the Lady Buffs last night. Samaj Clark at Oak Ridge had a triple-double. That's a pretty good night of the ball at the office. And then we'll wrap things up with Wes Holly Jr. talking softball, which is right around the corner. So you say you're right around the corner? Oh, yes. Oh, yes. You'll find out that our baseball team is already working out and be ready to go here soon. So we come once a month to the land of the Buffaloes, and here we are. So we'll get it started with the national anthem. Then we'll come back and visit with talk a little Milligan baseball. We'll get their take on where they think, and they may not even care. A lot of folks do, but where's Juan Soto going to go? $700 million. He said he's going to let us know by Monday. The Yankees are in on him. The Red Sox, we talked about this yesterday, the Red Sox in on him. You've got the Dodgers in on him. So Juan Soto, the big dog. And, of course, after him, it'll be the ripple effect. All these other guys and teams and players will kind of fall in line. But obviously the big plum, the big grape, if you will, is Juan Soto. Where will he go? Well, we'll find out. We'll see if these guys know. We have our hitting coach and our head coach here with us. Let's crank it. Here we go. Faith Hill National Anthem on the Tom Taylor Sports Show.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watch were so gallantly streaming. And the rocket's bright glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled
And back on the Tom Taylor Sports Show, we are here, show number 2195. We're here today talking Milligan. We got a doubleheader coming up on Saturday. Can't wait. Men's basketball and the ladies at 2 o'clock for the ladies. Rich Aubrey will join us doing color commentating. Then Coach Phil Worrell join me for the men's game at 4. So this is a cool place to come on a Saturday afternoon. Come watch basketball. In this case, Milligan taking on Bryan. The Lions are coming in from, I believe, Dayton, Tennessee. We are joined by our baseball coaches. Go ahead and grab that right there, sir. Tell everybody who you are, please.
Thanks, Tom. Skylar Barnett, head baseball coach, and to my left right here, maybe you're right on the screen, is Taylor Davis, our hitting coach.
Yep. We're going to get him on here in a second.
All right. So thanks for having us, Tom.
Yep. I like the beard, man. You like the beard?
Looks good. Trying to model myself after you, Tom. I'm just missing the hat.
He's smooth, isn't he? He's good. So It's good stuff. All right, so before we get into Milligan, you're a baseball guy. $700 million, what he's going to ask for, and he will get every bit of it, if not more, is Juan Soto. He is the big plum, if you will, in the offseason. With the Yankees, Dodgers are courting him heavy. Blue Jays said they got the money to go get him. The Red Sox say they got the money to go get him. The Mets say they've got the money.
Yep.
What do you think?
Well, there's a lot smarter people than me that make those type of decisions in those big market teams like you just mentioned, but I think we talked a little bit off air about this. It seems as though the Red Sox are making a strong push right now, but I see no reason why he wouldn't stay with New York. And just like the old Steinbrenner days, although he's not around anymore, they'd find a way to manufacture some money for some more prospects in the future. So there's a good chance for both of those things happening, but I think he could stay with the Yankees.
You watched the World Series, obviously, correct?
Absolutely.
Yeah. So everybody will agree, I think. Defense was pretty shoddy for the Yankees. 3 or 4 games, they just kicked the ball around. So the theory is, I guess, the prevailing thought about that is that clean that up. You got some pretty good pitching coming back. You got the offense of Stanton and Judge and Soto and some other guys. So, the parts and pieces are in place to come back and make another run. So that's what the Yankees are banking on. They're going to keep Soto in there for those reasons. I guess those are legitimate reasons, aren't they?
Absolutely, and there's no shortage of talent with the New York Yankees. It's just a matter of making some routine plays at some crucial times, and unfortunately, those moments got really exploited right there in the final game of the World Series.
Yep. If he goes to the Dodgers, how about that lineup? Freddie Freeman, Max Muncy, Shohei Ohtani, Mookie. Now they're talking about maybe they're going to try and keep Teoscar Hernandez. So, but even if they lose a guy, I mean, that's like a murderer's row. So the Dodgers, they went out and got Blake Snell to improve their pitching. So, I mean, that's the missing piece for the Dodgers, I think, again, to certainly put themselves in position to repeat.
Absolutely, 100% agree. Yep.
Red Sox say if you come with us, we're going to go out and buy some more players to surround you to help you up and down the lineup. So then the Blue Jays have got the money, but outside of Vladimir Guerrero Jr., I don't know who else they would have as far as a named player. So,
true. Very true.
Now, you played it. You coach it. At the end of the day, we talked about this yesterday on the show. 700 mil, 700 mil. But at the end of the day, I want one of these. I want a ring. And I think Soto's wants to get in a position where he can win a ring.
Yeah, I agree, and I think you mentioned a couple of those teams. I mean, New York, obviously, he's taken them to the promised land. Hasn't reached the peak yet, but LA is a great option for that as well. So again, all those high market teams and money market teams, I think there's an opportunity for those perennial playoff teams to make a run with him a part of their program.
He says he'll let everybody know by Monday when the winter meetings start. Of course, at that point, it's a domino effect. Once he makes his decision, where's Pete Alonso go, and all these guys start bouncing around and start seeing the ripple effect. The Yankees are talking to Max Fried. We'll get into baseball here in a few minutes from the majors, with the bigs. But here we're talking Milligan baseball. So what's going on right now with Milligan baseball?
Well, right now, this week is a crucial time, the most important time for our guys, and that's studying for finals, which take place next week, right? That's kind of what everything encompasses around student-athlete. But our fall was very competitive. We have a lot of new faces and a lot of returners on our team, both local and guys from out of state. Guys that played significant roles last year, guys that were just a little bit behind the curtain last year that are coming out, to be very impactful for us this year. So our fall was good, and the most important thing about our fall, which was good, is we were relatively healthy throughout the fall, and that's always a blessing when you can be competitive, get reps in, figure out your team identity, which we're still discovering. I think Coach would agree with that too, but coming out through the fall relatively healthy to get ready for this spring.
So recruiting, who did you go out and get? Who did you need? Did you get your needs fulfilled?
Well, we lost probably, somewhere between 4 to 6 really impactful bats in our lineup last year, and it was one of our most successful offensive hitting teams, or offensive teams in general, and it's a lot to do with this guy right next to me as well. But we look to replace that with a skill set that we're looking for, but it may look a little bit different than last year's team, where we were typically doing a pretty good job of turning the outfielders' backs, losing baseballs. We shattered our home run record, our single-season home run record. This year's team might look a little bit different. We might be able to manufacture, be a little bit more athletic, be able to produce runs in a different way.
There you go. What did you do? Okay, you got finals this week. Then you send them home. They come back when?
They come back. We're going to come back January 10th. Classes start January 13th, and opening day is January 31st. So a pretty small window, and this month is pretty crucial for our guys when they go home. They know that it's time to be around their family and celebrate the holidays and Christmas and everything, but it's also a time to make sure you're coming back ready because you got a really, really short window of practice to get ready to play.
You have them on a workout while they're gone?
Yes, sir, we do. We have them a pretty structured regiment in the weight room and on the field.
Hello, Miss Coretta Clowney down in Union, South Carolina. Thanks for watching. Hello, Jimmy Stout in Georgia. Hello, Rick in Pensacola. Hello, Reba Whitehead here in the Tri-Cities. So thank you all for watching the show. We're here again live at Milligan University. We come once a month promoting the Buffaloes. Got a doubleheader in basketball coming up on Saturday. And it starts at 1:45 with a 2 o'clock tip-off for the Lady Buffs, the guys to follow. We have baseball in the spring. We'll have softball in the spring. So it is right around the corner. So you guys, NAI, how many games are you allowed to play?
So in the championship season, we're going to play 50 games, and that's not counting postseason. So 50 games is our limit.
50 games starting in end of January.
Yes, sir. January 31st all the way to the very end of April. Beginning of May starts our conference tournament.
So you play here in January and February? I mean, folks will go, you kidding me? It's cold and snowy this time in February around here, and it is. But then sometimes it's 50s and 60s, too.
We do. Yeah, you never know. That's the great part about East Tennessee. But, we're fortunate that we do have a artificial turf infield. Moisture is never really an issue, and we're really blessed with donors and people that have given back to the program to be able to make that happen, and our administration and faculty, of course. But, the other part is we're going to play a lot of teams from Ohio, Illinois, Michigan early, and for them, it's the South. And,
right.
For us, it's still, February is February just about anywhere you go. But, 31 degrees to 40 degrees is, it's still, we could still go out there and throw a baseball around and swing a bat.
Absolutely. Recap last year. What did we do last year? Had a pretty good run, didn't we?
Very good run. Made a deep run into our conference tournament. Had a really strong season. Finished the regular season in fourth place. Finished in the conference tournament in third place. With that resume that we built up with some really quality wins, we got the first ever at-large bid into the NAIA opening round. The first ever at Milligan. Once we got to the opening round, which took place at William Carey in Mississippi, we won a couple games down there. First ever win in the opening round, first ever second win in the opening round. Had to beat one team twice, which was the host, William Carey, to get to the World Series where we came up short. But really proud of our guys and really proud of where this program is going, and we're kind of pushing the envelope every single year.
How many guys are back last year in that team? Because I guarantee they're hungry. They get a little taste. They want a bigger taste, a bigger drink out of the pitcher, if you will, out of the bowl. How many guys you got coming back?
Quite a few. I mean, there's a significant amount of pitchers that played some serious roles for us, both as starters and relievers, back end guys, and some guys that had maybe minor roles but had big moments. And then offensively, we're probably returning 3 to 4 consistent bats and consistent players from last year's team. So we're really excited.
Yep. It'll be here before you know it, folks. Introduce your coach. Let's get him on here. Tell everybody who he is. I want to let him talk for a few minutes.
I'll do the best introduction I can. I can tell you this. I'm really blessed to surround myself with really good assistants. I'm the dumbest guy in the room 99% of the time. And all the success that we have and all the development that we have goes strictly towards our assistant coaches and how they do. And I'm really fortunate to work with an all-star like Taylor Davis. Taylor came to us from Bridgewater College in Virginia, and I'll turn it over to him.
Good job. Thank you, Coach. All right, let's bring him down the line here. See if I can get him on the camera.
I was going to say appropriately off screen. I've been told I have a face for radio.
Yeah, I know. Me and you both.
I guess I'm on now.
Yeah, we're good. It'll work out. So you and I, we are kindred spirits in that regard. So hello to Gabriel Valdez. Hello to Jordan Carmoni. Hello to Mike Berwick. Hello to Zach Nave. Some of the folks watching the show, thank you very much. We're here live at Milligan University. So you're the hitting coach. Coach said last year had a record number of home runs, hit the long balls. Tell me about it.
Well, I think that room right to our right there, about 30 feet away, is a big part of it.
Mm-hmm.
We got guys that like to lift. We're fortunate. We have a strength coach, Dylan Forbes, from over at ETSU that does a great job with our guys, and it's amazing when you commit to that place for a couple months out of the year. And I think we got some freshmen that went home with Thanksgiving and might surprise mom and dad a little wider across the chest.
A little bigger?
Yeah, a little bit.
Yep.
A little bit.
Been in the room, pumping the iron. So to be a good home run hitter, is it the arms? Is it the legs? Where do you get your power when you get up there and jack one?
I think, well, to be honest with you, it's probably pitch selection. You
Okay.
know, it starts with knowing what you're looking for and being in a good position to do it. We got guys, our guy with the most juice last year is probably about 5'6", maybe a $175. Caleb Berry's playing at Michigan State right now, so I think they come in all shapes and sizes, and definitely between Altuve and then some of the bigger guys in the big league. It all comes with the pitch you get to hit, making sure you're ready for it.
Tee off on it. Yep. I remember I interviewed George Foster one time with the Reds, and I asked him the same question. He's not a very big guy. He's like probably 6'1". You would think he's like 6'6", but he was not. But he said on the interview, that's why I asked, because he said for him, here was the key, the forearms. To be able to get out there and extend those arms, the bat speed. So, and I've read where other guys have said it's their legs. And of course, you're saying it's pitch selection, which it very much is. So, you got him in there working on all facets.
A little bit of everything.
A little bit
I
of
think depending on how long you hang out today, you might see some of them in action here
Oh,
for
really?
long. Yeah.
Good. Very good. So, you sent them all home with a workout record of sorts until they come back after Christmas break, and then you hit the ground running. As Coach said, you guys ready to roll.
Yeah, and I think probably, the biggest thing, even not that I'm that old, but the biggest thing is, when I was playing, we had like one pitching machine. Well, we got 4 of them. So, these guys, we're kind of able to jump in. We got 2 GAs, Logan Hullett and Andy Mathias, that are really good batting practice pitchers, and they can simulate game-like stuff, and I think you get the same effect out of the machine. So, even though it's kind of hit or miss on what those guys are able to access at home during that break, they can come back, and we're right back into it.
Coach, who's the team on the schedule? When you get your schedule, okay, we play them this weekend. Who is the team that everybody gets ready for Milligan? Who's the big rival?
I hope it's the next one.
Yeah.
I hope so.
But there's not an Alabama, Auburn on. Is there anybody on the schedule going, oh, we get to go play them? Or
Well, I think it would probably be Reinhardt this year because they knocked us out of the tournament last year.
paybacks. Gotcha. But really, it's anybody lines up ready to go.
Yeah, I hope so. That
Yeah.
better be the mentality. I guess we'll make some rivals if we don't show up for too many of those.
That's exactly right. Good point. So you can go to MilliganBus.com, scroll down to baseball. Everything's there, the schedule, the roster. And, again, you come back, and first games, you said January 31st? Wow. Right out of the chute. So we're going to be doing some games this spring. Looking forward to it. A lot of the home games are on Saturdays, right? Fridays and Saturdays? Yeah, that's how the schedule rolls. So looking forward to it. What do you want to leave us with?
Go Buffs.
Go Buffs. Glad you're here?
Absolutely.
Absolutely, we're glad you're here. He's a Clemson guy, too. So are they
Tom. Go Tigers, too, this weekend. Me and Jordan Carmody, who's viewing right now, we'll be in the house on Saturday night.
You gonna go watch it?
We'll be there.
They play SMU?
SMU at 8 o'clock.
Dabo and the boys.
Dabo and the boys. We'll see. Got a chance to get in the playoff.
That's it. Thank you, sir. Appreciate you.
Yes, sir.
Quick break. We'll be right back right after this from, here he is, head football coach Josh Heupel of the Tennessee Volunteers. Very simple. It happens every day. Tell us how we can do it.
Yeah, all you got to do is give us a call. We brought 2 yesterday, actually, but you just give us your name and your birthday and tell us where your prescriptions are at right now, and we'll call that pharmacy, get everything brought over. A lot of times people are nervous about moving because they're afraid something doesn't have refills or something can't be transferred. And when that's the case, we'll call those doctors, get you new prescriptions, and take care of everything, really. It's like the people, one of them we had transferred yesterday, said they'd been trying for about 3 days to get medicine refilled and just wasn't happening, and was frustrated and asked if we could do better, and called, got everything transferred. Took maybe 15 or 20 minutes, and we had to call the doctor on one, which waiting on doctors can sometimes be a little time consuming, but they got that called in, and by the afternoon we had everything ready for her.
There you go, folks.
So,
it's just that easy. If you're not happy where you're getting your prescriptions filled, come to the Lingerfield Drug Center. The phone number to call and talk to you about it is?
it's 423-542-2138.
There you go. One of our great sponsors right here of Cyclone Sports and the Tom Dillon Sports Show. Get your prescription changed to a mom-and-pop pharmacy that still cares about their people and still wants to give you 100% customer satisfaction. It's right here at Lingerfield Drug Center beside Carter County Bank in downtown Elizabethton. Proud sponsor of Cyclone Sports and the Tom Taylor Sports Show. It's an exciting Milligan University basketball doubleheader. Hi, this is Tom Taylor, inviting you to join coaches Rich Aubrey and Phil Worrell, and yours truly, this Saturday as the Buffs entertain Bryan College at Steve Lacy Fieldhouse. Ladies' game starts at 2 o'clock, airtime at 1:45. It's a Milligan University basketball doubleheader with the men's game to follow. It all starts at 1:45 this Saturday here on the Tom Taylor Sports Show Facebook page and on YouTube. Go Milligan University basketball. Back on the Tom Taylor Sports Show, we're here in the land of the Buffaloes, you can see, Milligan University, and we now have our cycling coach. Yeah, let me get him on the screen. There we go. Tell everybody who you are, sir.
Zach Nave, cycling coach.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Folks, we got 31 sports here in Milligan. It's pretty cool. And one of the most successful ones out of all of them, of course, cross country is great. We can go up and down the list of the successful programs under the umbrella of Milligan Sports, but really none more successful than the cycling. You've had another great run this year. Tell us about it.
Yeah, we've had 2 national championships already. We're coming up on our 3rd. We have 3 in the fall, 1 in the spring. Track cycling, we finished 2nd overall. Really, my opinion, was a rough call that cost us a championship in the last event. But we brought home 6 national titles. 5 of those were individual. 1 was the men's team pursuit, so very successful.
Very successful. If you're in Elizabethton or in John City, you see a covey of people riding bikes on the Tweetsie Trail or just down the road, probably more on the Tweetsie Trail. More times than not, it's Milligan guys and girls on the cycling because we see them out all the time riding and practicing. And so tell us about the national championships. Who won and what did you win at?
Yeah, so track cycling is what you see in the Olympics. There's no brakes, 1 gear. It's banked. So a little risky. It's in your face. It's fast. Dylan Geary won 4 national titles for us. He was part of the men's pursuit team, which was him, Brody McDonald, Raleigh Reisman, and Aiden Papel. Aiden won 1 himself in the scratch race, and then Javiera Munoz, one of a freshman female cyclist that we have, she won in the scratch race.
So they go fast. How fast they go?
Miles per hour, I would say. In some of the sprints, you're looking at 35 to 40.
They're booking it.
Yeah.
What size is the track?
It is 333 meters. So 3 laps is 1K. So it's a little over half a mile.
So they're rocking it. 30 to 40 miles an hour. There's no gears. You just go, right?
Well, yeah, 1 gear, no brakes. You can't stop pedaling. Yeah.
Oh, God. Sound like when I was a kid, when the chain would come off the bike, it's like, ain't got no brakes going down the hill. And so, but it's a little bit different than that. But it's really neat. So you are down right now? You're off? Or are you in between seasons?
We are going into Cyclocross Nationals next weekend. So we'll travel on Tuesday, and the event is actually Thursday and Friday of next week.
So how does that differ than a track racing?
Track is more, it looks like a road bike.
Mm-hmm.
Cyclocross is a mix between a road bike and a mountain bike. So half of the course has got some pavement, the other half has got some mud and grass. They have barriers where you have to get off and run stairs. It's kind of a crazy sport. They love mud, they love the cold, they hope it snows. For me, I'm the guy that's working on the bikes and getting everybody ready. I hope it doesn't. I hope it's
really.
dry, yeah.
Where will you go physically to do this?
It is Louisville, Kentucky.
Louisville, Kentucky. So Milligan, the reputation across the country, like we're one of the big dogs, aren't we? Everybody's gunning for us now, right?
I'd say if you polled every senior cyclist in the U.S., we'd be in the top 2. Yeah.
I love it.
I'd love to tell you just number 1, but there's another school that we fight with a lot. So.
Oh, really? Who would that be?
Colorado Mesa, in terms of recruiting. Marion in Indy has a larger team, but people are having a hard time wanting to ride their bike in Indianapolis. So
yeah.
I think we have them beat on scenery.
So Colorado Mesa and Milligan are the 2 big dogs.
Yep.
Yeah, I love it. How many years you been the coach?
This is year 13.
Yep.
Yep.
So how tough? I mean, a lot of folks don't know that Milligan has all these different sports, from disc golf to fly fishing, cycling, obviously a big deal. So from a recruiting standpoint, with the success you've had, I would think it's fairly easy to get them to come to Milligan because of the reputation of the past success, right?
It is, yeah, it's changed. It's, went from outreach to, we are still outreaching to some of the athletes, but we get a lot of people coming to us to see if we have room.
So we got basketball guys out there right now working out. So is there a cycling? I mean, where do you go get these kids at? Is there a cycling in a high school that you go find these kids?
So yeah, some of the schools are picking up, like it's called NICA. It's a high school mountain biking league, and that's sparking a lot of interest. And where we do 4 different disciplines of the sport, we really get them involved here in other things outside of mountain biking if they want to.
So tell me the different disciplines we have. You just mentioned the
Track,
track,
mountain bike, cyclocross, and then road is in the spring.
So mountain biking is where you actually go up and down mountains on your bicycle, right?
Yes, sir.
I'm trying to simplify it.
And so some of the guys we have just want to take the chairlift up and ride downhill, and those guys they're pretty crazy.
Yeah.
So it's coming down rock jumps and everything else.
Wide open.
Oh yeah.
So you go to the ski lift to the top, and you start down, and it's downhill all the way.
Yeah, they talk who can come down the fastest. Yeah.
That's nuts.
Yeah.
There's probably some crashes and spills, right?
Yeah, that's what you don't want to see.
Yeah. Wow, that's neat. It's crazy. You got to be a little different bird to do that, don't you? Yeah. Did you ever do it?
Downhill mountain biking, I did not.
No. So how many guys and girls you have in the program right now?
51 right now.
51 kids, folks, here at Milligan. And we got banners up all over the place around here for the cycling. So how many national championships this year?
6 so far.
6 so far.
It'd be hard to tell you how many in total history. We got to be getting close to 30.
Wow.
Yeah.
You're in your 13th season.
Yeah.
You got 5. What'd you say this year already? 6?
6. Yeah.
6 already. How many more do you feel like you can nail down?
I'm hoping a lot more. Yeah.
There you go. Legitimately, we want more. We're greedy. We like them. We like them banners hanging up here in the Steve Lacey Fieldhouse. That's really cool. So, MilliganBus.com is where we go to find out everything out about cycling. So, they're training right now this week to go next week to Louisville. Is that correct?
Yes. Yeah, and we've got a couple front runners for the men and women's race. Our men's roster is very deep. The women's roster is deeper than it has been. Brody McDonald, Trevor August. On the men's side, we'll be fighting for the front. Vita Lopez is a freshman woman that we have. She just came off of 2 big wins at our conference championship, so she should be the favorite to win nationals.
We're back here next month. I want you to come back and bring the hardware because you're going to win some stuff.
Yeah.
We want you to come back next month and give us a follow-up report saying, look here, Tom, look what we won in Louisville. Here's the hardware.
That sounds good.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Thank you, man.
Yep.
That's awesome. I love it. Love it. That's why we come out here and let you out there know what's going on out here. So 6 national championships already this school year. 6. Some don't get any. Milligan's got 6, and you can tell by his demeanor, it's like, okay, but we're not satisfied with 6. We want more, and so good luck to them next week in Louisville, Kentucky. Try to bring on some more hardware to Milligan University Cycling Program. Quick break. We'll be right back with more. We're live here at Milligan on show number 2195. This is the cycling coach, Zach Nave, you just heard from, here in Milligan, the land of the Buffaloes, on the Tom Taylor Sports Show.
Behind every Food City meat and seafood counter is a highly trained, certified butcher that can offer seafood meal prep, suggest the perfect sides to pair, and even steam and peel your shrimp. All at no extra cost. In fact, you'll be so impressed with our butchers, you'll be asking yourself, what can't they do?
I bet he'd be great at helping with the laundry.
Okay, well, maybe not that. But at Food City, our butchers make almost everything better.
It's an exciting Milligan University basketball doubleheader. Hi, this is Tom Taylor, inviting you to join coaches Rich Aubrey and Phil Worrell, and yours truly, this Saturday as the Buffs entertain Bryan College at Steve Lacy Fieldhouse. Ladies' game starts at 2 o'clock, airtime at 1:45. It's a Milligan University basketball doubleheader with the men's game to follow. It all starts at 1:45 this Saturday here on the Tom Taylor Sports Show Facebook page and on YouTube. Go Milligan University basketball. Back on the Tom Taylor Sports Show. Thanks for being with us. We got basketball tonight, doubleheader. Ladies Cyclones in Sevier County. The JV game. We'll do that tonight. We'll go on air at 5:45 with the broadcast. Tip-off at 6, video and audio and video. Then the varsity to follow at John Treadway Gymnasium. We'll be here on Saturday with the doubleheader. The men's, we've got a couple of guys out here working out right now. And we got the men's team and the women's team. The Lady Buffs will go at 2. We'll go on air at 1:45 with that broadcast. We'll be joined by Rich Aubrey, the legendary women's coach, who's now retired, and turned things over to Kylie Greer back when he retired. And so he'll be helping me with color commentating. Does a phenomenal job. He's forgot more basketball than I even begin to know. And then in the second game, Phil Worrell, same thing. The Hall of Famer from right here at Milligan University. And so he'll be here, Coach Worrell, to do the men's game at 4 o'clock against Bryan College. So it'll be the Lady Lions at 2 o'clock and the men's team at 4 o'clock. Both teams coming off big wins last night. Big W's. We're going to be joined with their coaches coming up here in just a few minutes as they're going to be here joining us, and we're very excited about that. We're here live at Milligan University. Tomorrow we'll be live at Food City kicking off the weekend. And again, we'll be back with you tonight at 5:45 for Lady Cyclone JV girls basketball against Sevier County, and then the guys to follow. Doubleheader tonight. All right, Major League Baseball. We told you a little bit earlier in the show, the Yankees are after Max Fried big time. The Yankees chasing the Atlanta Brave free agent who's not going to go back, I don't think. He's made it very plain he's going to explore his options. And one of his options would be the New York Yankees. They need some frontline pitching, and so they're talking to him. They're also talking to Garrett Crochet, as are the Reds and the Cubs. They're trying to get this guy, the 25-year-old lefty, under team control through 2026, but they are still looking at him nonetheless, the Reds and the Cubs and the Yankees. Garrett Crochet, of course, with the Chicago White Sox. Philadelphia Phillies all-star third baseman Alec Bohm may be heading off to Seattle to play for the Mariners. We'll see. They are in talking stages. The Rangers are looking for pitching. And so they're going to try and get Nathan Eovaldi to re-sign. That's one of the goals. Their 5-man rotation, Jacob deGrom, John Gray, Cody Bradford, Tyler Mahle, and Kumar Rocker are the rotation for the Rangers going into 2025. But they want some more pitching, and they're talking, obviously, to Nathan Eovaldi and possibly Max Fried as well. Max Muncy loves being a Dodger, but says, I'm not opposed to moving somewhere else if need be. I just want to play. The Dodgers are interested in Nolan Arenado. That'd be an interesting pickup. And the Reds are looking for more offense, so they are, they're looking possibly at Teoscar Hernandez, Jock Peterson, Tyler O'Neill. Some other guys are looking at for the Reds. So all this is very much premature, but, again, it all starts with Juan Soto. When he makes his decision known, it'll be the throw the rock in the pond ripple effect, and then you'll start seeing other players going in other places, and so that's what you see. Daniel Overby, hello to you, sir. Cody Taylor, hello to Jalen Griffin. Hello to Mike Grant. Hello to Dennis Vandenbosch. Hello, Jonathan Morton. How you doing, sir? Hello, Jordan. Jordan says, go Tigers, go Buffs. Hello to Eric Diaz. Hello to Patty Path. Hello to Sheila Noble. Hello to Melissa Mann. We got some new names. Thank you for being with us. We appreciate it very much. Got 3 guys out there working out right now for the Milligan men's team. We'll see them in action here on Saturday. Can't wait. They can play it. This place will be rocking here at Steve Lacy Fieldhouse where we are. Got a big win last night. We're going to talk about that coming up in a minute with their head coach Bill Robinson and Kylie Greer. Both coaches are going to join us in a few minutes. NBA tonight, who plays where? Boy, the Lakers got nailed last night. I'm not sure the J.J. This is Tom sitting in East Tennessee. I'm not sure the J.J. Redick thing's going to work. It seems to be sputtering at times. It kind of peaks and valleys. I think the Bronny LeJames thing to start the season was a hindrance. I think from a PR standpoint, it was kind of neat. Father, son, but, for whatever reason, they're not playing very well. And the Lakers have got some pretty good talent, obviously, to say the least, but they are not clicking in any way, shape, or form. So I'm not sure J.J. Redick, I don't know how short that leash is for him to be the head coach of the Los Angeles Lakers, but they'll try it again tonight, I think, and see where are they tonight. No, not tonight. They got beat last night, but Minnesota got drilled. Tonight, my boys are on the floor. The San Antonio Spurs hosting the Bulls, Denver and Cleveland, Dallas and Washington, Toronto, the Raptors hosting Oklahoma City, the Knicks hosting Charlotte tonight, Sacramento and Memphis, baby. New Orleans will host Phoenix, and Houston, the Rockets will be in Golden State. The Spurs, as we said, hosting the Bulls tonight in the NBA. National Hockey League, who plays tonight, who skates? Nashville, the Predators skate in Montreal against the Canadiens, Winnipeg at Buffalo, Detroit on the ice at Ottawa, Tampa Bay hosting San Jose, Florida at Philadelphia, Carolina at home tonight against Colorado, the New York Islanders hosting Seattle tonight, Columbus, the Blue Jackets skating in Edmonton against the Oilers, and the St. Louis Blues in Calgary against the Flames. That's what's going on there. So, got an interesting story about the NFL. Of course, we got a big game tonight, Green Bay at Detroit. We'll talk about that here in a second, the Packers and the Lions. But you got a guy who said he's not going to play. I love this. So I'm just not going to go out there and play. I'm not going to play. Deontay Johnson just picked him up. The Ravens did from the Carolina Panthers. Things have gone downhill big time since he came on board. Johnson in a suspension mode now, handed down with the Ravens for one game because he said, I'm not going to go out and play. There you go. So, spending over a month with the Ravens, Johnson's played only 39 snaps across 4 games. He's caught 1 pass for 6 yards. So, he says, I'm not going to go out there and play. And so he didn't, and they suspended him for a game. And they should. I'm not going to play. I'm not going to play. Are you kidding me? Anyway, he said he wasn't going to play. They said, that's good. We'll set you down for a week. He said, okay, that's fine, but I'm not going to play. And he didn't. And so he's suspended. That's called the tail wagging the dog, folks, when you got players telling the coach, I'm not going to go out and play. Come on. Do exactly what you should have done and suspended him. I'd have done more than one game to get his attention, but I'm here and they're there. How about Gabe Short? We got him coming up to sing a little Christmas music coming up, but right now we're going to take a break, come right back. We'll come back, take a look at college basketball. A bunch of upsets last night, bunch of them. We'll do that right after this in Big Dan's Barbecue. We're live on the road here, we are. We are here at Milligan University, Land of the Buffaloes, show number 2,195. Back after this on the Tom Taylor Sports Show. Dan's Barbecue.
We care about our product, and we do it all ourselves in-house. I make all the rub, all the sauce, and the reason I got in barbecue is I'm pretty much obsessed with it. I went to college for drafting, but when the economy crashed, I got laid off and ended up opening in 2010, and I've been doing it full-time ever since.
Hours are open?
We're open Tuesday through Saturday. We're open on weekdays 11 to 8 and Friday and Saturdays till 9 p.m.
How do we find you on social media?
My Facebook page, Big Dan's East Tennessee Barbecue. I got somebody working on a website, but it's not ready yet.
And then the phone number is?
423-542-2272, and we're in the 3rd block downtown on the left.
There you go. One of our great sponsors of Cyclone Sports and the Tom Taylor Sports Show, Big Dan's Barbecue in downtown Elizabethton.
My name is Michael Vance, Vice President of Advanced Heat Pump Systems. Advanced Heat Pump Systems has been open and providing service for over 35 years. The services we provide are installation and service of home heating and cooling systems. Our company's goal is to provide quality service for our customers. The reason you should hire Advanced Heat Pump Systems is because we offer a dependable, quality, trained technician to service your heating and air conditioning.
Back on the Tom Taylor Sports Show. Thanks for being with us. College basketball last night, a lot of upsets. Count them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 went down. The number one team in the country, Kansas. Creighton beat them again for the second consecutive year as an unranked team. They beat the number one team, and so Kansas goes down, losing by 13 last night, 76-63. Duke knocks off number 2 Auburn in the ACC-SEC Challenge. Duke beats Auburn by 6, 84-78. You also had number 6 Iowa State knocking off number 5 Marquette, beat them by 11 in men's basketball. Baylor goes down. 25th ranked UConn beat 15th ranked Baylor by 4, 76-72. And Mississippi State knocks off 18th ranked Pittsburgh. Got them pretty good, 90-57. That's a whooping there. Other top 25s last night. The Florida Gators, 18-point win over Virginia. Alabama goes in and defeats North Carolina in Chapel Hill by 15. Tar Heels 4-4, not a good start for Hubert Davis and the Tar Heels. Memphis, 16th ranked Tigers beat Louisiana Tech by 10. 12th ranked Oregon over Southern Cal by 8. And 24th ranked San Diego State of men's play beat Fresno State by 22. Lady Vols won last night, 79-77, big win for them. One top 25 game tonight. Purdue will be at Penn State, the Boilermakers, and the Nittany Lions. So, again, last night North Carolina loses by 15. Hubert Davis 4-4. Not little rumblings in Chapel Hill. But the top 2 go down. Kansas loses, Auburn loses. So, in all told, 5 go down last night, which I think shows the parity of college basketball. We're just getting started, obviously, towards March Madness. Big win here last night. We'll take a break and get him on here. The head basketball coach of the Milligan men's team. We can't wait. We'll be here on Saturday. A double dip. Coach Phil Worrell help us in the men's game. Coach Rich Aubrey help us in the ladies' game. 2 and 4 is when we'll be. The ladies go first. We'll hit the airways at 1:45 with a tip of 2. Back-to-back games. Got to be here. Steve Lacey Fieldhouse, Saturday afternoon in December. Place will be rocking. Can't wait to be here. Love it. Love doing the Buffaloes. They're awesome. Great bunch of folks, bunch of peeps. And we'll take a break, and we'll get the head coach on for the men's team. Big win last night. We'll talk about that and more right after this timeout. You're watching the Tom Taylor Sports Show, show number 2,195. They said it wouldn't work. We're on our way to 2,200 next week. Coach Bill Robinson next on the Tom Taylor Sports Show. It's an exciting Milligan University basketball doubleheader. Hi, this is Tom Taylor, inviting you to join coaches Rich Aubrey and Phil Worrell, and yours truly, this Saturday as the Buffs entertain Bryan College at Steve Lacey Fieldhouse. Ladies' game starts at 2 o'clock, airtime at 1:45. It's a Milligan University basketball doubleheader with the men's game to follow. It all starts at 1:45 this Saturday here on the Tom Taylor Sports Show Facebook page and on YouTube. Go Milligan University basketball. Brumman Sports Shop in downtown Elizabeth with your favorite school's T-shirts, polos, or hoodies. They can put your school, church, or company's logo on lots of different styles of hats, including Nike and Richardson and now Travis Matthew. Windbreakers, sublimated shirts, pullovers, koozies. They can order for any area school and your favorite team. Dry fit sleeveless hoodies, Nike dry fit T-shirts, women's and toddler sizes. You can order any uniform for any sport, including the pants or shorts from Brumman Sports Shop. And they always have a clearance rack to save you money. Plaques, trophies, medals, and ribbons, and all the engraving is done in-house. And they offer hard-to-find Letterman jackets of your favorite school for guys, ladies, and now elementary and middle school athletes too. And they offer all the different sports patches as well. Brumman Sports Shop, downtown Elizabeth, and Facebook, Instagram, website, BrummanSportsShop.com, phone 542-2321, Brumman Sports Shop in downtown Elizabethton. And we bring the big boys in now, the heavies. Our head men's basketball coach, Coach Bill Robinson. Good morning, sir. How you doing?
Doing well, Tom. How are you?
Yeah. Slept a little bit better last night, didn't you, after that big win?
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, big win.
Big win.
When you win, the food tastes better, the sleep gets better, everything's good. So, big win last night. Looks like probably, I guess I'm reading the 40 turnovers. I guess it was a fairly sloppily played game, but when you got down to it, when the chips are down, you guys made the plays to win the ball game. That's great. Tell us about it.
Yeah, we had 40 turnovers combined last night,
yeah.
and it just a tale of two halves. We didn't play well first half, didn't take care of the basketball, did a much better job. Second half only had 6 turnovers second half, but it was the defensive intensity. Their shooting percentage dropped 20% second half. From 3-point line, dropped 26%. So we did a much better job defensively, which always helps you offensively get things going.
So they moved the games up on Saturday, so they're going to be at noon for the ladies and 2 o'clock for the guys. And still, Coach Aubrey and Coach Roy have to get a hold of them, let them know to be here. But still, it's going to be a great atmosphere. Apparently, it was a pretty good atmosphere last night for a Wednesday night game.
Yeah, it was great. We had a great student section kind of behind the benches. And, when things are going bad, you need a little bit of external motivation. So it's always good to play games at home. And, of course, 13 games so far this year, only our 3rd home game. So guys are playing much better at home.
A lot of basketball after the Christmas break here, obviously, and we're going to be part of that. We're looking forward to being here Saturday, bring you the doubleheader. And so you look at this basketball team. It's been McCaskill Rivers a lot this season. Was he the man last night too?
He was leading scorer, and he's been playing super, just very aggressive for us, especially at the offensive end. But of course, Anjay Tamba's been very consistent with his rebounding and scoring too lately. He had a double-double again last night, and he's averaging a double-double for us right now. And we're out rebounding our opponents more than 10 a game. We had more. I think we had 11 rebounds more than our opponents last night. So he's been a big factor in that.
Tamba had 14 points, 12 boards last night, so he's averaging double-doubles. That's pretty good.
Yep.
Pretty good impact player. He was out here a while ago working out, and so Big Sam's out here now. So Sam Gold. So it's what's y'all's record now? It is what?
We're 7 and 6.
7 and 6.
Yeah, 7 and 6, 3 and 3 in the league. And Sam actually hit a huge 3 for us late last night, but he's still here. He is in the gym. Both he and Finn McClure both in the gym right now getting shots up. So that means a lot to me. It means a lot. We're a week. Less than a week from final exams, but they're still putting in their work both in the classroom and on the court.
Coach Van Huss used to talk about the gym rats. Anytime you can get one more shot, sneak in a window, sneak in a door.
We've got a lot of them right now.
A lot of gym rats.
Yeah.
And it's going to pay off.
It will.
Yeah.
It already has.
So scout us. Brian's coming on Saturday. What's the story on them?
Yeah, they're just super fundamental. They got a lot of guys back from last year. Coach Ricasi's last year, he's getting ready to retire. So of course they want to play well for him. But Ian Johnson, the kid that's been there a long time, grad kid, just can light it up. So he's a great kid, great coach's kid. His dad is now the head coach at Point University's men's team and was the women's coach at Bryant last year. So he's one of those guys that can blow up and really hurt you. So we got a lot of work to do the next couple days to get ready for him, but we feel good about being home again on Saturday.
We've got a basketball doubleheader tonight. The Lady Cyclones JV will go at it starting at 6 against Sevier County, and the varsity will be followed. We're looking for our first win of the season, a young basketball team for Lucas Andrews. So we'll do a double dip tonight. 5:45 with a 6 o'clock tip-off for the JV ladies, and then the varsity ladies at John Treadway Gym. Then we'll be here on Saturday. We move things up. We'll start at 11:45 for the ladies with a noon tip-off, and the guys to follow. Got the big Christmas concert coming up here on Saturday evening, and that has already been sold out. You can't get a ticket. It's standing room only. And
sure is.
With good reason. It's an awesome
It's
show.
always good, yeah.
You get to go? You going to go?
Usually working.
Yeah.
It's usually
Yeah.
it's kind of the way
Amen.
it is.
I went 1 year, and I loved it. I can't ever get tickets anymore because it's that popular. So there's a lot going on the campus. So when's the last day for classes for the guys?
Tomorrow.
Tomorrow?
Yeah.
We'll get Christmas break starts tomorrow.
Well, we break tomorrow, then finals are next week, Monday through Thursday, and then break will start next Thursday.
Yeah. So now you guys continue to play over the break, don't you?
Yeah, just have a couple games this year. We'll play Monday at St. Andrews, so it's over the break. Longest trip of the year for conference, so it's nice to have that over a break. We're not going to miss any class, and then we'll play at Western Carolina on the 19th, and then get a week off.
That'd be at the Ramsey Center against the Catamounts.
Yep.
Yeah.
Great place to play.
That's an 11 o'clock game, if I remember right.
It's early. Get the school. All the school kids will get invited to that one.
Oh.
Yeah, that's what it is.
Oh,
so
that's
got
good.
about 3,000 screaming middle school kids. So it's fun. It makes it a lot
Sure.
of fun for everybody.
So, grade your team right now. You're 7 and 6. Where are you? A, B, C, or D? What do you think?
I think we're probably a B right now. I think we've got the talent to be better than we are, but yet it's growing pains and learning the system and learning how to play each other. Every year's different. Every year's new. So you just got to figure out each other and kind of where everybody fits in. But not upset with our team. Got a lot of hope, and hopefully we just need to play a little bit better right now, the defensive end, and feed the offense.
Tell us about the book. You got the book out there. Big good Christmas gift. Tell us about the book.
Yeah, it's Carolina Basketball School, the history, stories, and drills. A lot more stories than anything else in there. A little bit of history, a little bit of drills at the end of each chapter. But it's been very consistent, and it's already sold 16 copies this month, which is only the 5th. So, you know, a couple here and there, but get a chance to promote it a little bit more once the season's over. But it's been a really cool thing for me, just something I wanted to do. It took me 6 years to write it. Just on and off. Can't really write during the season, obviously, but it's got a really nice response. And I've gotten some really cool emails and texts from former coaches and Carolina camp coaches who said, man, I've been working camp for 40 years, and I learned stuff I didn't know. So that means a lot to me, too. And there's just, I wanted people to remember some of the people in there. There's a whole chapter on Frank Fuqua, the old coach that he worked 44 years at camp. Just want people to know who he is. I don't want his legacy to be forgotten. So it's really important a project for me.
Name of the book?
Carolina Basketball School, history, drills, and history, stories, and drills. And it's on Amazon. Of course, you can always get a copy from me. We'll have some here for sale on Saturday.
Is it not in the bookstore, too?
It's in the bookstore as well, yep.
Yeah, when they bought some Milligan stuff, and it's in the bookstore, too. So make a great Christmas gift. What's the price on it?
Online, I think they're $23. Of course, that's Michael Jordan's number. That's kind of one of the reasons we did that. But you can get it from me for $20.
There you go.
Yep.
I love it. He's peddling books.
Got a whole box in my back of my car. Just stop me when I'm driving down the road.
Roll down the window and throw them out. That's good. We'll buy them on the fly. It's good stuff.
Yep.
See you Saturday. Can't wait. It's going to be a great atmosphere.
Yeah,
Always
looking
is.
forward to it. It's going to be great.
Yep. Bryan Lions are coming. Can't wait.
Hey, it's also camper week. We're a camper game. So any of the summer camp kids, we've invited them all to come. They get in for free this weekend.
Love it.
So, and their parents, it's only $5 to get in for parents, but we want to see some kids here on Saturday. It'd be fun.
Place will be rocking.
Hope so.
And that's what we want.
Exactly. Thank you.
Make this place, when people come here and go, oh gosh, we got to come to Steve Lacy. We don't want to go play at Steve Lacy because the place goes nuts, and so that's what we want the other teams to be thinking, and so that would be a good thing. Saturday again, noon and 2. Noon for the Lady Buffs and 2 o'clock for the men, and we'll go on air the broadcast for both of those at 11:45 right here on Saturday. Milligan University basketball ain't a better place, in my opinion, to be on a Saturday afternoon than at Steve Lacy, getting a slab of pizza and a soda pop and watch 2 great basketball games, the cheerleaders, dance team, and then, of course, on the floor between the stripes, some really good basketball. Samaj Clark last night from Oak Ridge had a triple-double for the Lady Buffs, so they won last night big, so the guys got their big W, so they're both coming off the wins with some mojo, and so we're looking forward to bringing it to you right here on Saturday, beginning at 11:45, right here on the Tom Taylor Sports Show. It's an exciting Milligan University basketball doubleheader. Hi, this is Tom Taylor, inviting you to join coaches Rich Aubrey and Phil Worrell, and yours truly, this Saturday as the Buffs entertain Bryan College at Steve Lacy Fieldhouse. Ladies' game starts at 2 o'clock, airtime at 1:45. It's a Milligan University basketball doubleheader with the men's game to follow. It all starts at 1:45 this Saturday here on the Tom Taylor Sports Show Facebook page and on YouTube. Go Milligan University basketball.
In a world where cluttered trash and debris threaten your property, one man is ready to save the day. He's Container Man, your dumpster delivery superhero. Need to clear out your garage? Call Container Man. Remodeling your home? Call Container Man. Demolition waste taking over your job site? Call Container Man. From minor to major projects, Container Man has the perfect size dumpster for every task. With lightning fast delivery and the customer service of a locally owned company, he will help you restore order to your world. When you're ready to fight cluttered trash and debris, call Container Man.
Readers are winners. Hi, this is Tom. We're back. We're ready to go. Andrew Lewis, Northeast Community Credit Union. Readers are winners. Year number 2. We're jacked up to do it again this year.
We're so excited.
Yep, we are excited. And so it's a chance for these kids at Eastside Elementary, Westside Elementary, and Harold McCormick Elementary win some cool prizes for reading. What's going on?
The first 9 weeks, we're going to be giving out those cool water bottles. Second 9 weeks, T-shirts.
T-shirts with a new design.
Absolutely, new color, all that fun stuff. The third 9 weeks, we're gonna have a sweet new sticker. We'll get more into that later. Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Whole point is readers are winners year number 2 at the 3 elementary schools and Elizabethton City Schools. Thanks to Northeast Community Credit Union. They're paying for all this through their corporate sponsor, and we love them for doing that. The bottom line is leaders are readers, readers are winners. Year number 2, getting ready to get started up soon, like right now, right away, for all these youngsters, again, at Harold McCormick, West Side and East Side Elementary. Big thanks to Northeast Community Credit Union for partnering with us to do Readers Are Winners in Elizabethton City Schools. Back on the Tom Douglas Sports Show, we're here in the land of the Buffaloes. We've talked baseball, we've talked basketball, we've talked cycling with Zach Nave. 6 national championships already this semester. People don't realize, I didn't realize, that's why I'm out here doing this every month. 31 sports: cycling, disc golf, bowling, getting ready to talk softball, swimming, cross country. I mean, it goes on and on and on. So people don't realize this little old university of about less than 1,200 kids, 31 sports.
31 sports, yeah.
It's amazing.
Yeah, we're bigger than SEC.
Yeah, you're right. It is. Wes Holly Jr. here with us. One of the assistant softball coaches here for Papa Bear, who needs how many wins?
He needs 8 wins to have 1,000.
8 wins to have 1,000 wins in softball. That's a lot of pop-ups, a lot of ground balls, isn't it?
It sure is.
Wow.
That's a long career.
Oh, it's awesome. Wouldn't meet a finer gentleman than his daddy. See, so I'm going to pinch hit for Dad today. It's cold outside. I get that. So what's going on with softball right now?
We just been doing a lot of individual work the last little bit. We wrapped up our fall playing season about a month and a half ago, so we've been doing a lot of individual training, lifting weights, swimming, workouts, and just hitting and pitching.
So NAIA rules, how many games can you play in the fall?
In the fall, we're allowed. It's a whole season is counted for 50, but in the fall we try to play 8 or 10 games. 8 or 10 games, and that gives us 40, 42 in the spring.
Yeah. Wow. You start in February.
We start in first week of February 6th.
We're going to be calling some of the games this year, so we crank it up and get going with it here at Milligan University. So you said you had them in the pool swimming. Tell me about that.
Yeah. I like to let them swim. We'll lift and work out and do agilities and all that, and then I like to use the pool, stretch them back out and lengthen them out a little bit, make them a little bit flexible as well as strong.
That's kind of neat. I've never heard of softball players, part of their training is swimming. That's neat. I like it. So who are some of the ladies you're going to be counting on this year that's coming back?
We're going to be counting on Bree Presnell a lot in the mound. Faith, we've got a pretty good pitching staff. There's Caitlin Seacrest too, and then Sadie Shown, a local girl here at Unaco. Looking on her to pick up the pace a little bit this year. Biggest thing is we was very, very young last year. We had 13 freshmen, so that was a learning experience for those young ladies.
Is that unusual to have that many freshmen in one class?
Yes and no.
Yeah.
Occasionally you'll have a big class, but I was really proud of them, and Coach is really proud of them this fall. They seem to have matured and hopefully have a better understanding of collegiate play.
We're talking to Wes Holly Jr., talking Milligan softball here. Again, the finals are next week. Then everybody leaves for Christmas break, and they come back. And I guess when you come back in mid-January, you hit the ground running, don't you? It's time.
We hit the ground running with practice, and we'll still lift a little bit through the month of January. We start playing. We'll probably even lift a little bit through February. But yeah, we'll hit the ground running, open up down in Spartanburg Methodist in South Carolina and Spartanburg. So, hopefully it'll be a good year for us, and they'll mature up, and that chemistry will be good this year.
That's it. So, what's going to be the strength of the team, do you think, this year?
I think it's going to be defense and pitching, and I think hitting's coming along. But I think our defense was really, really phenomenal in the fall, and our pitching was too. So, and that's last year. That's what they was learning. They was learning how to control the mentality of the pressure of the game. At this level, the expectations at this level. And so, and now that they've matured up a little bit, they seem to have a lot more confidence in other facets of the game, like for defense and pitching this year.
It's going to be exciting. We're going to be streaming some of the games this spring coming up, Milligan softball and baseball. We got basketball here on Saturday. The times have been moved up to noon and 2. And so we'll go in there at 11:45 with the ladies. Rich Aubrey will be helping us courtside, and then the guys will do those at 2. We'll be joined by Phil Worrell there. So, and one of these days, when he's no longer in the dugout, we'll be doing ball games. We'll have Wes Hawley help me do color. So that'd be pretty cool. I'd say turn your dad loose on color would be a pretty funny thing to do.
That'd be pretty fun.
Yeah.
He's pretty good guy at that.
Oh, we was it 3 weeks ago had Jarfly Duggar on. CY Peters wrote a book about Jarfly. Your dad came up a lot.
Yeah.
Talking about traveling with Jarfly Duggar and playing softball.
That's it. Yeah, they played together for about probably 30 years or so, and then I played with them for about right before they retired. About the last 10 or 12 years they played, I played with them.
Yeah.
So.
Jarfly, you can just sit down and say, "Tell me a few stories. I can go get a drink. I can go get a piece of pizza and come back," and he's still going. He's got stories.
He'll never be quiet now. He'll never be quiet. He's a character now.
He is a character. He is very complimentary of your dad.
Yes,
and you should be. We all are. Yeah. He needs 8 wins to hit 1,000.
We need 8 wins to get 1,000 for him,
wow.
And he's the 3rd on the NAIA all-time list.
Right here in Milligan, folks. So he's got 992, needs 8 to get 1,000, which is an incredible feat. Again, that's a lot of softball, and he's seen a lot of, as we said, ground balls and pop-ups and strikeouts, and he's just been there. I mean, that's just the gamer. 1,000 wins. Hard to conceive, isn't it?
That is. That's a lot of ball.
Yeah.
I mean, especially for a college coach. But I ain't gonna lie. If we hit the ball and pitch good this year, we'll be hard to handle.
That's what we want to hear.
Yeah.
Thanks for coming by, man. Looking forward to working with you.
You're welcome, sir.
Yes, sir. He's the assistant coach, and Papa Bear's the head coach, and we will look forward to bringing you Milligan softball come springtime. Quick break. We'll be right back after this. We're here live at Milligan University on the Tom Daly Sports Center. You're one of our great sponsors. Christmas Club savings account for next year. Tell me about it.
Yes, let's talk about it, because now you're going to have 12 months to do this. What better time than right now to open your Christmas Club savings? There's no cost on this. This is just something that we can help you transfer automatic funds, either weekly, bi-weekly, monthly, out of your check. So that way you won't even have to worry about it. And each time that you have that transferred, either you can do it yourself or deposit into this account, or we can have automatic draft set up. That's just convenient for you. And like I said, it's just another sub account to your savings and checking at Northeast Community Credit Union. So if you have any questions, visit bmycu.org or come in and see us at one of our convenient locations, or call 423-547-1200.
And you cut checks when? Next year? October, November? So when you get your checks?
Yes.
Save it up all year?
Yeah, so direct deposit could be your monthly paycheck.
Okay.
And so you can allocate a percentage of that paycheck into the Christmas Club. And that way, when you get to October, November, it's going to be built up. And so it's a great feature, and people love it.
The Christmas Club savings account for Christmas 2024?
Yes.
From Northeast Community Credit Union, one of our great sponsors of the Tom Daly Sports Show and Cyclone Sports.
At Carter County Bank, it's our job to help you focus on the happy moments and check off the things on your to-do list to make them happen. We're here along the way so you can pull off the happiest moments in life. Carter County Bank, in the business of happiness.
Back on the Tom Daly Sports Show. Final guest, you've seen him before. You've heard him before. We're talking about college football coming up. We can both start crying talking about the Raiders. We're both Raiders guys, but I'm not even sure we need to go down that road. It's so depressing. Would you not agree?
Yeah. I mean, I would agree.
Yeah. I mean, it's just, I've had more people, and I've opened up that can. I've had more people make fun of me. How do you, if you miss what happened on Black Friday, the Raiders, I feel like they had a chance to kick a field goal and win it, Daniel Carlson. So O'Donnell claps his hands out of the shotgun. The center misread the communication signals. He snaps the ball, hits the quarterback who wasn't looking for the ball, bounces off his hands, his shoulder pads. Chiefs recover the football. They milk the clock. Game over. It's like middle school football. That's football 101. So what went wrong? You know, the center said, you know, I was waiting on it clapping the hands, and so he clapped the hands like always. So who messed up, the quarterback or the center?
It was O'Connell, and he even said so in the press conference, which I give him some credit for. I mean, owning up to that mistake, because it is a really boneheaded one.
Oh.
Not to, you know, I'm not trying to say anything about O'Connell, because, you know, it's a bummer because he played so well before that. Like,
Yep.
he was playing really well. Threw for 340 yards. The last time somebody threw for 340 yards was back when Derek Carr was the quarterback of the Raiders. And so, I mean, that was a good performance by him. But the last play of the game is the one that matters the most. And, you know, it just didn't go the way that they were hoping for just because of poor mental football.
Had 2 or 3 people send me go, just win, baby. Just kind of getting a dig because that's our mantra. We had a chance to beat the Chiefs. Didn't go. 1970, they win it. We go to Tampa Bay this Sunday. Do we have any chance at all winning that game?
I don't know. I mean, the NFL's so weird. You never really know. Like the Raiders-Chiefs game, I thought it was going to be like a
blowout,
35-10 game or something
Mhm.
like that. No, close game. Division games tend to do that though. But yeah, I think the Tampa game is. They're coming off of a pretty crazy win in overtime against Carolina, and I don't think it's unwinnable. But in the state of the Raiders currently, I kind of hope they don't win it.
We're 2-10. He wants us to get drilled so we can get a good draft picks next year. He wants us not to win another game. We'd be what? 2 and what we play? 16.
2 and 15. We play 17 now.
Play 17.
Yeah.
2 and 15. So anyway, we're Raiders fans. We're suffering Raiders fans, but it is what it is. Tonight, Green Bay and Detroit. What do you think about that one?
That's a fun game.
Yeah.
I like that one a lot. Detroit looks pretty unstoppable, honestly. Green Bay would be the team in that division that I would pick to beat Detroit, though, if it's in Green Bay, which it's not. It's in Detroit.
It's in Detroit.
So I think Detroit got the upper hand on that. But, again, I mean, that's going to be a really fun game to watch and one of the better ones of the year.
Trevor Lawrence out for the year. Again, shoulder surgery, his non-throwing shoulder. Has nothing to do with his concussion, but he got hurt in that play on that slide. And so he's out for the year now. And so, you know, one of the richest quarterbacks in the NFL. And so, I mean, they're stinging it up too. The Jags are terrible, but Lawrence is gone. 2,045 yards, 11 touchdowns, 7 interceptions, completing 61% of his passes this year. It's a big blow for the Jags, and so they got to pick up the pieces and carry on. But that's a big blow for them.
It is. And I think as a franchise, they just have to look at the season and say, well, now we're going to get a good draft pick and we're going to get Lawrence another either a pass protector or some help on offense. I think I like their weapons, but I do think they could use some help on their offensive line to protect Lawrence.
We're here at Milligan talking Milligan University Sports. Of course, he is the Assistant Athletic Director and Sports Information Director, so we love to have him on last night. We'll get back to I'm going to get his take on the college football playoff scenario coming up here in a little while. But let's talk Milligan men's basketball, women's last night. Big night for the Buffs here on our home floor.
Yeah, huge night. Wins by the women and the men. The women, a big win, 85-58 final. Samaj Clark had a triple-double, which if you're familiar with college basketball is not a easy feat to accomplish at the college level. The last time it happened for Milligan women's basketball was 2019, so 5 years ago. So that's really impressive for Samaj Clark. 10 points, 10 assists, 10 rebounds last night against Union in their win. And then on the men's side, really a crazy game. I mean, into halftime, Milligan entered down by 14 points. It was 47-33. The Buffs were shooting 30-some-odd%. Union was shooting about 48, so big disparity there in the shooting numbers. Going into halftime, it was looking pretty bleak. Came out in the second half, 18-4 run in the first 8 minutes of the half, and they really put it to Union and came back and ended up finally getting the lead and holding it in the end with good free throw shooting as well. Anjay Tamba down the stretch made 6 of 6 from the line in the last 3 minutes of the game. So huge for the Buffs to get that win, 73-69, 4-point win against last year's conference champs.
Need to come watch them play Saturday, folks. It's going to be a great ball game. Got them at noon and 2. Hello, Rick Ransom. Hello to Jane Moss. Hello to Crystal McKenzie. Hello to didn't want to have to do this, but yeah, when you get my age, just do it. Just let's see. Rachel Lynch, Terry Crutcher, Sally Vosberg, some of the folks. Amy Whitson. Hello, Ames. How you doing? James Parker, Michelle Wiggins, Tracy Colake. Thank you for watching. Kelly Bounds, Jimmy Stout down in Atlanta. How you doing, sir? Phil Ferguson, Susan Jinks. Got a lot of people watching today. Thank you. Bobby Dickin. Hello, Gator Man. Thank the Lord for your successful surgery. Hello, Bud Street. Hello, Steve Shipley, Coach Shipley down in Spring Hill, Tennessee. Joseph Mueller, Kevin Brown. Gosh, goes on and on. Charlotte Smith, Evelyn Story. Got a bunch watching today. We thank them for that. So we're getting ready to hit 1 million views for the year. Pat Miller. Michael Stolo, Stolow, David Barron. Let's give you one more. David Uppole, Uppole, Uppole. Jeremy Marlowe. Jeremy, how you doing, buddy? Art Garcia. And let's do this one here. This would be Heather Stone. There you go. So you got guys and girls at noon and 2 on Saturday. Rich Aubrey will help us call the girls' game at noon. At 2 o'clock will be the men and Coach Phil Worrell. 2 legendary in Milligan University athletics, obviously, will be our color commentators. Can't wait. We'll do video and audio. We're running with 1, 2. Got 2 cameras now?
Yep.
Yeah. We're working on 2 cameras, which I think is really cool. We got one right here, courtside, and one up behind us here at Steve Lacey Fieldhouse. And as Coach Robinson said, it's going to be camper day. The place will be nuts. All these kids will be coming in here screaming on. I can't wait. It'll be crazy. All the campers that came to his camp. He averaged like 150 campers a session, so if they all show up, they're going to be popping a lot of popcorn over there in the concession stand, which is good. So this is just a really cool place to come be on a Saturday afternoon at Steve Lacey Fieldhouse in basketball season for a basketball doubleheader. So hope you'll come be a part of it with us, and we'll go in there the broadcast again at 11:45 with the 12 o'clock tip for the Lady Buffs. Bryan College coming. They're out of Dayton, Tennessee, right?
Yes, sir.
Yep, and so always scrappy. I know when they came up and played volleyball, they scrapped us, so they'll come ready to scrap again.
Yeah, on the women's side, especially the Bryan team has always been competitive near the top of the standings in the conference, so should be a difficult one and a good challenge for the Buffs.
Yep. Let's talk, since we were out here last month, cross country.
Yeah.
Went, and we had Coach on, and so they have come and gone. How'd they do?
They did really well. Our men's team finished second in the nation at the national championships in Columbia, Missouri.
Love it.
Our women finished fourth at the national championships in Columbia, Missouri, which both of those are podium finishes. In cross country, the top 4 teams are on the podium. So really impressive for both teams. Also, their combined team times made them the combined champion in the nation. So they had overall the programs that were there, between men's and women's, they were the best time between both programs. So that's a really impressive accomplishment as well.
Absolutely.
Additionally, I want to add on to this, Milligan's men had 5 All-Americans this year, which is the most in program history. And the women had 4, which is tied for the most in program history. And their combined 9 is the most in Milligan history. And also, this year, the most All-Americans in the nation at cross country.
Can we hit the bell? We can hit the bell. So 5 guys, 4 girls combined, most ever for Milligan, right?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
And most anywhere else in the country. Had 9 All-Americans in our cross-country program on the same team on the same year.
Yep.
That is phenomenal.
Yep.
Guys were national runner-ups. Ladies finished 4th in the country. I would say our coach is pretty happy.
Yes, I would agree with you. And to add, the men, their top 5 runners, Bryn Woodall, just unbelievable talent, finished 5th overall as an individual. Our other 4 ran their personal best times at the national championships. And it's not like they're all freshmen or something where they haven't run that many races. 3 of them are seniors. One's a graduate. So these runners are putting together their best runs in their career in college in the final race.
In the national championship. That's pretty impressive. Sometimes, you don't perform the way you should when you get up there because of the pressure. They not only performed the way they should, but they exceeded it. Personal best in the national championship. That's pretty strong. And Brand finished 5th in the country.
Yeah.
Did they get him up on the podium? Top 5?
So podium for individuals is just 3.
Top 3? Okay.
But he is, as the 5th place finisher, he's an All-American, and he's first teamer in the NAIA. So.
He's a stud.
Yep.
Is that good?
Oh, yeah. Yes.
Stud in cross country. So anyway, cross country men's national runner-ups a couple of weeks back. Ladies 4th in the country. You heard Coach Nave earlier in the show, cycling already 6 national champions in cycling this year. For his school, what did we say, 1,200 kids tops?
Yep.
It's unbelievable. That's why I come out here. I love being a part of this. It's just, and that's the whole point of us being here, to let you know out there, because every time I do this show, people come out and go, God, I didn't know they had that. I didn't know they were doing this or that. I know they had disc golf. Coach Nave said he had 51 kids in the cycling program.
Yeah.
It's unbelievable what goes on out here for a 1,200 student university. It's awesome. And so one of the coolest things they have all year long will be Saturday night, the Christmas concert, sold out, and it is unbelievably cool in Sigurd Chapel. And so if you're looking for a ticket, you won't get one because they're sold out, but maybe next year. But it's phenomenal.
Oh, yeah.
You haven't had a chance to see it, have you?
I haven't, but I've seen recordings of it.
Yeah, it is. They're good. It really. I've been before, and it's unbelievable. You sit there like, wow, this much talent, and as a university this size, it's again from that side of things, the choral side, it's unbelievable too. So, cross country, basketball, cycling. I know swimming's taking some time off, getting ready to start the second semester. Any other sports you want to highlight here before we?
Well, we can talk indoor track and fields. Season just started yesterday. Ben Martin First Chance Meet, which is out in Oak Ridge, Tennessee. It's an indoor meet, but it's on an outdoor track. It's kind of hard to explain, but they ran that yesterday. Had 6 event champions. They finished first on the men's side as a team, and they finished second on the women's side as a team at that meet. So, good start to the indoor season for our track athletes.
So indoor track, we finished first, both guys and girls.
First for guys, second for
girls.
girls. Yep.
But still,
very impressive.
That ain't bad coming out of the chute. That's a pretty good way to start it.
First meet of the year.
Yeah, Chris probably happy about that too.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I think so. Yeah. Let me say hello to a couple more folks. We're gonna get his take. Hello, Matthew Stott. Hello to Chuck Fritcher. Hello, Eric Wampler, our great principal at Harold McCormick. Deborah Holtzclaw. Josh Bland. Let's see, Carl Webb. Let me get you a couple more here. Rob Debbie. And Laney Bartlett and Steve Rouse. Thank you guys and ladies for watching. All right, here we go. I'm going to this is a college football junkie over here. College football playoffs. You okay with the 12?
Yeah, I think so.
You're not. Go ahead.
No, I don't mind it. I think. Yeah, as a fan of college sports and college football, the way it looks from the outside is just that there is still the SEC bias, which makes sense. SEC has proven in the past that they are the conference to beat in football.
Right.
And they've had national champions basically every year, it feels like. So you get it, but then you look at Alabama and you're like, 9-3 in that 11th spot. Are there other teams? Miami getting kicked out. I understand it. They're in the ACC. They lost to Syracuse. I get that. I'm not sure. I'm not sure that Bama is that team that needs to be in the top 12 with the 3 losses.
Miami says they should be the team.
Yeah. I don't know about that either.
I don't either. I don't think. For me, I go through this every day. Strength of schedule, who have you played?
Yep.
I don't care who you are, who have you played.
Mm-hmm.
That's what it comes down for me.
I agree. I think, like, Miami, all year long, their season's been like they could have had 5 losses this year. They've had 1 possession wins so many times in games that they probably should have lost, that they just got gifted wins by bad coaching decisions on the other team. Penalties that get called that are phantom penalties, like just small little things. So there's definitely an argument against Miami being in, and I think it's fine. But I mean, I'm not sure if it's Alabama that should be that 11th team. South Carolina's got a case. I don't know. I think that one spot is kind of up for discussion, in my opinion.
Number 1 is Oregon. You okay with that?
Yeah.
Number 2 is Texas.
Mm-hmm.
Number 3 is SMU.
Well, yeah, the seeding for the top 4, SMU isn't really the number 3 team in the nation. They're just because they're the 3rd best conference champ.
Right.
So.
But that's what we're going by.
I get that.
It's projected, so
Yep.
it's what it
Yep.
says. Boise State, number 4.
Yep.
Number 5 would be Penn State. Number 6, Notre Dame. Number 7, Georgia. Number 8, Ohio State. Number 9, Tennessee. Number 10, Indiana. Number 11, Alabama. Number 12 would be Arizona State. South Carolina out at this point. Miami's out. They'll come out with a new one on Sunday, right?
Yep.
Ready to go with the real deal. So Clemson says they've got an argument. They're 9-3 in an ACC that's pretty weak conference, really.
Well, if they beat SMU in the conference championship, they're in.
Yeah. Yeah, that's true. They got a legitimate then. So let's take a look at it. Some of these games, let's start with that one. Let's start with Boise State and UNLV. Rebels are 19th in the country. Boise State says we're legit. We're 10th in the country. You get a chance to prove it on Friday night, tomorrow night at 8 o'clock. Who wins that game, do you think?
Well, it's in Boise, so UNLV not really – it's probably going to be fairly cold, I would guess, up there in Boise.
Yes.
And so UNLV playing in that indoor, Allegiant Stadium, it's going to be a little bit of a adjustment for them to make to play out in the cold. And I think the way I see it, Boise State's just way better on home field, and that's going to be a tough one for UNLV to win.
All right, so they win that one. On Saturday, the Big 12, 16th ranked Iowa State, 12th ranked Arizona State. Guys have been on the show earlier this week said, who cares? But, I mean, their fan bases do. But who do you think wins that one?
I don't really know on that one. It just kind of depends because the weather's not going to be playing a factor. It's in Arizona. Both teams should be, able to do whatever they want offensively. The thing with Iowa State is that their defense sometimes shows up and will really stop an opponent. And I want to see if they can do that to Arizona State. I don't know if they can, but I think they've got the potential to do that. I don't think Arizona State is the same defensively. They can't really stop great offenses. The thing with Iowa State is they're not really a great offense. They're decent. They're, respectable, but not a prolific offense like some of the other Big 12 schools.
SEC Championship, 4 o'clock on Saturday. Georgia, Texas rematch. Bulldogs number 5, Texas number 2 in the rankings. Who wins that one?
I think Georgia won earlier. Texas is going to win this time.
Think so?
Yep. I think those two teams are so similar, in my opinion. It's just going to be a flip-flop.
So Georgia went to 8 overtime against Georgia Tech. I keep
true.
thinking it's going to take something out of them, but they're 18,
see.
19,
Yeah.
20-year-old kids,
Yeah.
so
Yeah.
maybe not. Big Ten Championship. On Saturday evening, you've got the top-ranked Oregon Ducks and number 3 Penn State colliding in Indianapolis. Who wins that one?
Well, I think, you look at these two teams. Penn State, only real tough game they played for the most part was Ohio State.
Yep.
And they lost. Oregon beat Ohio State. However, that game, I always look back at that game and I say, how did they lose? How did they win that game? How did Oregon win that game? Or Ohio State had the ball in field goal range, like short field goal range. Then they took a long sack, tried to run a dumb play, didn't work. They ran out of time.
Clock management,
expired.
terrible.
On them. Yeah,
Yep.
clock management was bad, and they lost.
Yep.
So Oregon could be a team that's in the same situation as Penn State if you look at it that way. But I think the thing is, Oregon, I think, is coached better. It's a better coached program. Dan Lanning has, in my eyes, proven that he's a great coach at the college level. And nothing against James Franklin, but I just don't think he's at that same level.
Same level. Last one, the ACC, Clemson. The Tigers will be taking on SMU. Clemson at number 18 in the country. SMU at number 8? Number 8 in the country.
Yeah.
Who gets that one?
Well, I think SMU is playing well right now. Clemson, it's hard to bet against a team that's got a pedigree in these types of situations, especially because SMU's got no experience in a championship game. Like SMU is their first year in the ACC. When they were in the American before this, they were never a championship level contender. So you kind of have to have that experience of the big game, and so I kind of lean Clemson's way.
They've been there.
Yeah, I kind of lean their way just because they've been there and have that experience.
Everything you want to know about Milligan sports, this man updates it all the time. You go to milliganbuffs.com, right?
Yep, milliganbuffs.com. Got press releases, got schedules, got rosters, got record books, all kinds of things you can find on there.
Oh, yes. We'll be digging, be ready to go for the games on Saturday. Again, noon and 2. Lady Buffs at noon and the men at 2 o'clock, taking on Bryan College out of Dayton, Tennessee, and we'll have that for you right here beginning at 11:45 on Saturday. We'll take a quick break. We'll come right back. We'll wrap it up and give you a look at some high school basketball for tonight. Busy night tonight. We've got a doubleheader to tell you about. We'll do all that right after this from one of our great sponsors, Pleasant Beach Baptist Church, one of our great sponsors here on the Tom Taylor Sports Show.
This is Pastor Mark Fowler, and we want to invite you to be with us at Pleasant Beach Baptist Church sometime soon. And we're thankful for what God is doing, and we've had visitors almost every week. We have so many people that God is using His Word to accomplish a work in their life. And we want you to come. I think about our society today, and there's a lot of talk about the negative aspects and generations and what's missing and what we're going to do and how do we face this social issue and how do we face that social issue, and that is always the buzz, and if we're not careful we talk like God doesn't have an answer. 2 Timothy chapter 3 we looked at the other night together in our church, and it reminds us that yes, in the last days there's going to be some difficult things come, dangerous times, but the antidote is always God's Word. And so what we're trying to do is to provide Bible answers for today's tough questions. And we're building Believers by the Book. So we want your family to come. We're thankful to have a Sunday school hour and a junior church and master clubs and a youth group and all those things going on. But what we're trying to accomplish is to get the Word of God into the hearts and minds of God's people.
We're talking to our great sponsor of Cyclone Sports and Tom Taylor Sports Show, Dr. Smith, and the folks at Physical Therapy Services. For those out there who have no clue, tell us what it's all about.
Physical Therapy Services is a local mom and pop run physical therapy and occupational therapy clinic. We have clinic locations. We have 3 locations, 2 in Elizabeth and 1 in Roan Mountain. Our main office, where I'm located at 1975 West Elk Avenue, we focus on adults and athletic injuries. We have a pediatric clinic at 1500 West Elk Avenue that does both physical therapy and occupational therapy for the little kiddos out there. And then we have a clinic in Roan Mountain as well to take care of our wonderful Carter Countyans in the Roan Mountain community, and all focused on orthopedics and sports-related injuries, along with just general concerns with patients and people that want to be able to get out and move better. The human body is made to move, and that's what we try to do, is keep people moving.
Keep people moving. Hours are open.
7 a.m. to 5 p.m. Monday through Friday.
Social media, how do we find out more about you?
Physical Therapy Services on Facebook. Look us up. You can also find us online at ptstn.net. And or you can just call the office, 423-543-0073, and we will put you in touch with the right people to get you the correct care that you need, whether it's through us or through one of our other affiliates that we work with.
There you go. One of our great sponsors, love promoting them. Again, the great folks at Physical Therapy Services, proud sponsor of Cyclone Sports and the Tom Taylor Sports Show. And back on the Tom Taylor Sports Show again. Thanks for being with us. Let's take a look at basketball tonight. Who's playing where across the region? You have Volunteer Jefferson County, it's girls and guys, doubleheaders. Volunteer Jefferson County, Tri-Cities Christian and Happy Valley. Johnson County hosting Patrick Henry out of Virginia. Chucky Doak plays in North Green tonight. West Green and Hancock County. Cloudland will be in Mitchell County, North Carolina. And also tonight, Sevier County will be in Elizabethton for the girls game only. That's the only one that I know of it's not a doubleheader. But we do have a doubleheader. 6 o'clock for the JV girls. We'll go in there at 5:45 with the broadcast. Tip-off at 6 for the JV girls, and we'll come right back and give you the varsity girls looking for their first win of the season. It is a young basketball team. And they took Westridge to overtime the other night, a young team losing by 8. And again, as we say, not making excuses, but it's not where you are in December. It's where you are in February. So you take your lumps now, get better, and get ready for the tournament and try and get better each night. And that's the goal for all the teams, not just Lucas Andrews' girls team at Elizabethton. And so we'll hit the airwaves again, ready to go at 5:45 this afternoon, or this evening, video and audio, with a 6 o'clock tip-off the JV girls and the varsity girls to follow. So it's going to be good. We're looking forward to it. So there's your schedule for tonight around the region, Northeast Tennessee and Southwest Virginia. You've got the state football championships going on. You got 3 games going on today. One of them started about an hour ago. And the Division II AA championship, BGA and CPA. This is high school football we're talking about in Chattanooga. At 3 o'clock today, the Division II Single A championship, Nashville Christian against Columbia Academy. Then on Thursday tonight, 7 o'clock, the AAA private school championship, Chattanooga Baylor and Chattanooga McCauley. Then tomorrow, the 11 o'clock game, the 3A championship, Alcoa and Westview. At 3 o'clock tomorrow, the 1A championship, South Pittsburgh and MASE. At 7 o'clock tomorrow night, Sevier County, the Smoky Bears and Page. Then on Saturday at 11 o'clock, the 4A championship, Macon County and Melrose. At 3 o'clock on Saturday, the 2A football championship, Marion County and Milan. And then on Saturday night, 7 o'clock, the 6A championship, Murfreesboro, Oakland, and Houston. So a 9-game schedule that started at 11 o'clock today for the state football championships at Chattanooga, home where the Moccasins play. We were there in 2022. Was that right? Yeah, 2022 against, just went blank. Tullahoma lost in the final play of the game in overtime to Tullahoma for the state championship. So we've been there. Hope to get back there next year as well, but won't be there this year for sure. Or where we are is at Milligan University, land of the Buffaloes. Doubleheader on Saturday. 12 o'clock for the Lady Buffs. Rich Aubrey to help us on that one. At 2 o'clock, the men play. And we'll have Phil Worrell helping us on that. We're going to take a break. We'll be right back. Our final guest, we saved the big boys for last. The heavy hitters, the big dogs. We saved the big ones for last. Our athletic director, who's a class act. We love working with him. That would be our buddy Christian Pope. He joins us right after this as we're live here at Milligan University, land of the Buffaloes on the Tom Taylor Sports Show.
We're proud to help our region move forward and help reopen every business we can.
At Carter County Bank, it's our job to help you focus on the happy moments and check off the things on your to-do list to make them happen. We're here along the way so you can pull off the happiest moments in life. Carter County Bank, in the business of happiness.
Boom. We bring the big boys in at last. Our athletic director, Christian Pope. How you doing, sir?
I'm doing well.
Yes.
Hope you are.
I am. Love promoting the Buffaloes. We'll be here Saturday, doubleheader. We have talked about, in the fall semester, our cross-country men's team national runner-ups, our female cross-country fourth in the country a couple of weeks back. You're going to talk about soccer in a second. Zach Ney was here, the cycling. Already this semester, 6 national championships already this semester. So, and our soccer team put on a show out in Indiana. Tell us about that.
Oh, yeah. It's been an interesting fall so far, and I feel like with national championships, it's like shark's teeth on the beach. We just kind of pick them up as we go. Once you find one, they seem to be all over the place.
They're all over the place.
Unfortunately for the men's soccer team, we weren't able to come away with a national championship this year. We faced a pretty stiff competition in Indiana Wesleyan. Wasn't the result we wanted, but it was a hard-fought contest. We did well against Madonna 2 nights before. I actually played in the snow, and I don't know if Mr. Sweeney discussed it with you, but it's dubbed the Snow Bowl.
Snow Bowl.
For men's soccer, and they were able to come away with a 4-2 win against Madonna to play into the second round. And we faced the host, Indiana Wesleyan, at their home up in Marion. So it was fun. Very, very physical contest. The officials let them play, and unfortunately we ended up with a poor result. Everybody was dealing with the wet, though. Their facility was very muddy, and it was difficult to get any traction in more ways than one.
So we played in the snow on a natural grass surface.
Yes, sir.
Oh,
yeah.
That would make it interesting in soccer.
Yeah, it was a little slippery, but
I would
come
think
Saturday
so.
night.
Yeah,
So.
I would think so. So we lose, but still, national runner-ups a year ago. So this year we go back to the big dance again, and so now we kind of jump into the next round of sports. Swimming's out of the gate, doing very well.
Oh yeah.
And let's see, what else did you just got to tell me? Told me the indoor track and field. Guys finished first, ladies second yesterday.
Mm-hmm.
Pretty good start for Chris Lane in the indoor track and field.
Oh yeah, he's super excited. I got a listing from him just this morning with regard to first, second, and thirds, and the list is plenty deep as far as what the student athletes are doing. We continue to push PRs and personal bests in terms of what the student athletes do. I don't know what it is about the water here, but something makes us fast. And I know you spoke with Zach Nave earlier today. We talked about track and field, a little bit about cross country too, but I kind of look at some of those sports, and swimming's kind of in the same boat. You know, if you break your finger, we can tape your fingers together and you can play basketball. There's some sports, baseball lends themselves to that sort of thing, but with regard to the speed sports, track and field, swimming, cycling to some regard, it's almost like Formula One. If something's off just the least little bit, it'll throw off your game.
Mm-hmm.
And so for our sports to do so well in those areas where precision is so important, it's just very impressive to me. I'm happy to have a front row seat.
Absolutely. Just kind of.
I just don't want to mess it up.
No, just grab on the belt loop and hang on.
Yes,
just
sir.
ride. It's great. It's a great ride. Love coming out here and promoting this university. And so, roughly 1,200 kids. I think Brendan told me the other day that half of the student body is involved in athletics in some way, shape, or form.
More like 70%.
70%.
Yeah, it's
wow.
It's pretty phenomenal. You walk around campus, and I probably should know everybody by name, and I don't. But 1,238. It's a little bit hard. Every so often, I'll throw out a "Hey, big guy" or "Chief," but I try not to do that any more than I have to.
7 out of 10 walking this campus are involved in one of the sports in one way, shape, or form.
Yes, sir.
And that's not we're not going to exclude our cheerleaders and our dance team. Those are athletes too. So we got 31 sports total. And so what makes it, I mean, you're busy, you're gone a lot, you're out beating the bushes and shaking hands and kissing babies, they say, and generating a revenue and monies for this university. So when you go out and go to other parts of the country, Milligan's name it means something to these people, doesn't it?
It really does. And in terms of the NAI, I mean, we have a good reputation and a perception that we do things well. And we can squeeze a nickel when we need to. There are certain things that we're not throwing lots of money at, so it's not as if we're born with a silver spoon in our mouth. We have to earn it, and we're working hard to create the perception and basically the reality that we do things at a high level. And so the expectation's always there, regardless of whether or not the resources or the staffing is. But in terms of the way we're looked at and in the NCAA world, it's a good perception. And we are in a conference that's very strong. We are growing. We did lose a conference member actually about a month ago. Kentucky Christian is moving on. They're heading to the River States Conference. But as they're moving on, Spartanburg Methodist is coming in, and we have quite a few other schools that are interested in possibly joining our ranks as well. Problem is, when you have a large conference like that, similar to the SEC or the ACC, you kind of cannibalize yourself by playing the schools in your conference regularly that are strong too. So it's a hard road to hoe, but it's a good one. And as you state, as I'm out there shaking babies and kissing hands, or whatever it was you said.
Shaking hands and kissing babies.
There you go.
There you go.
As I'm doing that, I'm finding more and more people that have a very strong and positive perception of Milligan University.
Absolutely.
Makes me happy.
That's why we come out and do this show. Let people, because every time I do this show, I'll run into somebody and go, I didn't know they won 6 national championships in cycling. I didn't know they did this. I knew that. That's the whole point, bringing awareness to the university. That's why we're doing what we're doing. You look up here, you see Visit Kingsport, Johnny Brusco's, Elizabethton Federal, Food City, Elu Green, Tiebreakers, Dr. Enough, some of the corporate sponsors. You're bringing more and more of those folks on board, and that's exciting because they realize the value of being tied to Milligan University.
I think they do.
Yes.
We appreciate their support. We have quite a few others, too. We just re-upped with Doubletree and Burger Bar here in town, and they're excited to partner with us, and we're excited to have them as partners. Can't do this alone. We really can't.
Nope, it's good stuff. So, goals that you want to see. I know we've done some cosmetic things here over the last year or so here at Steve Lacy. What are some other things we're working on right now?
Still cosmetic for the most part. You're not going to see a lot of bells and whistles from us, although we are land rich as a university. We've got the farm directly behind us that would basically be a wonderful place to have an athletics village at some point in time, but I've been told that's going to have to wait. I always have grand visions about what we could do, but then again, you have to be more realistic than that. But internally, we still need to work on our locker room spaces. We need to work on the interior of what our student athletes spend the vast majority of their time. When they're considering college, literally thinking about, okay, one, does the sport, do the student athletes, do the coaches want me here? And then two, how do I mesh with my team? And when will we interact? Because not only are you living and breathing in your dorm, your team rooms and your common areas and athletics departments generally are those gathering spots where students sit and game or talk about their classrooms or complain about a course or whatever whatever you may discuss during the course of your day. And so to have nice spaces for them to gather and to feel like once I graduate, when I come back, this is home. I can hang my jacket up and go shoot some hoops in Lacey Fieldhouse is a good thing to do. So I'm still really, really focused on our commons area and our gathering spaces and locker rooms for our teams.
31 teams, 31 sports.
Yes, sir.
And we run the gamut from disc golf. Should we sit and try and pull? I don't know if I can do 31 sports.
I was going to test you there and see if you could rattle them off.
I can give you a lot of them. Let's see if I can go disc golf. You have cycling. You have men's and women's swimming, men's and women's cross country, men's and women's indoor track, men's and women's golf, men's and women's tennis, men's and women's basketball. We have baseball. We have softball. We have, we mentioned cycling. Let me think here. What am I leaving out? Mentioned bowling, men's and women's bowling. There's an obvious I'm leaving out. Oh, men's and women's soccer.
Men's and women's volleyball.
Volleyball.
Triathlon. Fly fishing.
Flag
football.
Flag football.
I could probably fill a few in there, but I would get fussed at by my boss because we could add some more sports. Cheer and dance is also.
Cheer and dance.
Yep.
Men and women's volleyball.
Yep. Cheer is competitive now, so they have a chance for an opportunity for a conference championship as well. They're part of the Southern States, as is bowling, and I know that our league actually is looking at possibly creating an umbrella where they have enough schools within the AAC that we can have our own championships. So that may be in the works down the road. We don't know.
Fly fishing. How many people out there knew that Milligan offers and disc golf? I think I said disc golf. Fly fishing.
Mm-hmm.
It's unbelievable.
It really is.
So
but we've got some of the best fly fishing in the country outside of the Great Northwest. So if you're interested, come talk to us.
Yeah, it only seems it's a no-brainer to have a fly fishing team here in Milligan, where the fly fishing is so prevalent here. I mean, people come in from all over the world to fly fishing here. So good stuff. All the information at MilliganBus.com. What do you want to leave us with today? I know you got other things, you got a meeting to get to.
There's always something, but I really appreciate you doing this for us. I appreciate you all listening to us and supporting us in the ways you do. And quite honestly, I know this sounds, it's not cliche, but I mean, prayer is always the most important thing. But we have people that want to come out and support, and they say, well, financially, I can't really help you. But to be honest with you, if you're willing to be an ambassador for us, that's really all we would love to have. Anybody that's out there kind of singing our praises in terms of what we're doing and kind of paying attention to what we're up to is what we're after. So
Amen.
Thank you for the support.
You got it. We'll see you Saturday. Ready to go. Doubleheader.
Yes, sir. It's going to be fun.
Rich Aubrey helped me the first game with the ladies, and Phil Worrell the second game. It's going to be, place will be rocking. Steve Lacey Fieldhouse on a Saturday in December. It's going to be Camper Day, where all the campers that have come to Bill Robinson's camp in the summer get in free. So they'll be here, their mom and dads, and they'll be popping popcorn. That concession stand will be hopping. These kids will come with a wad of money and want to stand beside their favorite players, and it's, it's going to be a great atmosphere. 12 o'clock and 2 o'clock on Saturday. So there you go.
It's going to be electric.
Go Buffs.
Go Buffs.
You got it. Quick break. We'll come right back and wrap it up right after this from one of our great sponsors to make it go. How about the good folks from the Coffee Company in downtown Elizabeth?
Tell us what it's all about. What is the Coffee Company all about?
Well, the Coffee Company has been here for a long time in downtown Elizabethton, so I always have to start there. The Coffee Company's been in business for going on 27 years, which is remarkable. I'm actually celebrating, I think today's the exact day that I took it over 6 years ago. So that's kind of a big deal for me. We're made it 6 years now, running this amazing business. We are a coffee shop as well as a full-service lunch and breakfast spot. So we've got an amazing menu, which I know you chatted about all day, sandwiches, soups, salads, as well as coffee galore. So any latte that you might want, matcha, tea, frappes, and then we also sell coffee by the pound. When John started this business 27 years ago, he roasted coffee right here, actually underneath our logo. Now he's our sister company. He's right down the street, and he roasts fresh coffee. He and his team weekly for us. So we go through hundreds of pounds of coffee. We are a busy spot for your local coffee pickup.
Absolutely. And so you grind them right here, right?
Yeah. So people can buy the coffee by the pound, whole bean, or it could be ground to their liking. So if you have a regular coffee pot at home, just an auto grind, or if you have an espresso machine and you want an espresso grind, we can do that for you too.
Social media, how do we find you?
Oh, well, you can find us on Facebook, TN Coffee Company, as well as Instagram.
Hours are open?
We're open Monday through Saturday, 7 to 5, and we serve lunch from 11 to 3.
And as always, the phone number for the Coffee Company.
Oh, that's great. You know what's really funny, Tom? This is where you're going to get me. This is for the blooper reel. I don't know the number off the top of my head because I always give everyone my cell number. I'm that person. I don't want to give the wrong number.
No. So anyway, they do have a phone number. We don't know what it is.
It's 423-542-3438.
There we go. The Coffee Company, one of our great sponsors of Cyclone Sports and the Tom Taylor Sports Show.
That's going to do it. Again, a big thank you to everybody who's on this show. And we love being out here, obviously. Hang on just a second. We love being on the show. We'll be rejoining you tonight for basketball doubleheader. The Lady Cyclones at 5:45 with a double dip tonight from John Treadway Gymnasium. So for Athletic Director Christian Pope and for all the coaches we had on today, our baseball coaches, our men's basketball coach, Bill Robinson, Zach Neighbor, cycling coach. They're running together. Who else did I have on here? We had, of course, Brandon on. And all the coaches who had on the show, thank you, thank you, thank you. We'll rejoin you again at 5:45, and certainly the athletic director, Christian Pope. Till we greet you, then we'll say, as always, bloom where you're planted and win or lose, be a good sport. And here's the verse of the day. I want to give this to you before we get out of here. We always like doing this. So, and let's see. Here it is. Because God's love for us is unconditional, He loves us on our bad days as much as our good days. There's nothing we can do that will make God stop loving us. Do you know that? There's nothing we can do. We can try, we will fail because His love for us is based on His character and not our conduct. It's based on who He is and not on what we've done. The entire reason for Christmas is the love of God. And so the verse is John 3:16. For God so loved the world that He gave His only begotten Son, that whosoever shall believeth in Him shall not perish but have eternal life. There it is. That's our verse of the day, John 3:16. And His love is based on who He is, not on what we've done. So we can't make Him stop loving us. I don't care what you do. Get us some Fisherman's Friends between now and the ball game. So anyway, that's our verse of the day. Thanks for watching the show. We'll rejoin you at 5:45 for Lady Cyclone basketball. Until then, for Christian Pope and everybody here at Milligan University, the land of the Buffaloes, we'll say as always, bloom where you're planted and win or lose, be a good sport. Thanks for watching show number 2,195 of the Tom Taylor Sports Show. Today live here at Milligan University, the land of the Buffaloes.